My name is Nathan Rader. I'm with Canonical, the company behind Ubuntu. I'm going to be standing in for one of my colleagues that was unable to make it due to some issues late last night. So I'm going to have a very abbreviated subset of the slides talking about the VCA than was initially planned by him, and I will not be able to do the demo either. So I think we're a little bit already behind schedule, so my shortness will just catch us back up, I guess. Basically, the VCA is in line with Adrian's presentation about making sure that we can meet all of the architectural principles that have been set forth in OSM. So I want to look back a little bit on what we've had. So the VCA contains some artifacts that are called charms. And the current implementation here in Release 2 is the charms are written as proxy charms. They run remotely on the VNF. Okay, and the way they work is that the SO, the service orchestrator, directs the resource orchestrator to create the VM. The service orchestrator then instantiates a LXD machine container for the proxy charm to sit inside. And then the proxy charm will deploy the VNF in a day one configuration for the VM. Okay? And that's all that the proxy charm is doing today. It's essentially setting up with day one configurations and allow us to instantiate and onboard the VNF. With Release 3 now, we're starting to get native charms. Okay, so we've got management planes that are coming for each VNF. That enables us to make more complex configurations, so we can now do scaling, we can do updates, and do reconfigurations. So we're starting to get into a day 2 setup for VNF management. Okay. It also gives us some other things, some statuses and actions to the VNFs. We can do live updating of the VNF. We get a much more efficient feedback loop. And all of this is done by enabling libjuju into the OSM. So what does that mean for day 2 operations? Okay? It makes the charms more usable, and it gives us a full scope of new actions. So you can live upgrade the VNFs. You can go into the tools and you can actually upgrade through the charms the VNF configuration. So you're no longer stuck with the day 1 configuration. You can also modify the configuration, and you can do a few more different things with the charm implementation. Okay? So as we build on Release 3, okay, there's a few things that are being set up in place. In a couple of weeks at the OSM event in Madrid, we will be doing a charm development summit in parallel with the OSM. So for all of the VNF vendors, we will be doing a summit where you can come in. Our developers will be on site to help you charm your application, or if you've started charming your application, to help you with any challenges or problems that you have with the charming of your application. You can get hands-on time with our development team to make sure that the charms are working in the appropriate way and all of the best practices are being followed there. It's a good workshop to come to because it'll really prepare you for the hackathon that'll take place in January. So it allows you to start working already so that you have some charms that are created to help onboard applications for January. We'll also be there on site in January to help with on-site challenges during the hackathon at that point in time. So while I'm not able to stand up here and tell you all the wonderful things that are coming with charms, at least in a couple of weeks we'll have the full contingent of personnel to help sort those out in a few. So looking forward into Release 4, we're going to continue to evolve the charms. Okay, you're going to get better monitoring of the applications. You get auto healing, and you also get a much tighter feedback loop in general to continue with the charm work going forward. That's all I have. Is there any questions? No? All right. Thank you.